bring him in?
Well, you wonder. We talked about Ohtani in the keep, cut, or trade. I wonder. I was talking about this on my podcast this morning, like how much this is going to affect his payday. He has a torn UCL. He may or may not have surgery on it. He's not going to pitch the rest of this year. If he has Tommy John surgery, it would be his second Tommy John surgery, and he would not be able to pitch next year. He will be able to hit. I don't know how much they're going to use him at this point because they're basically out of it. But it's a shame we haven't been able to see this guy in the playoffs, and it's really a shame. Yeah, he'll still win the MVP even if he doesn't play the last 30 games of the year.
Which is crazy if you think about that, by the way. He's been that much better.
He was such a big favorite. Yeah. I don't think you take it away from him at the last month. But it's a shame. I wonder how – I guess we'll never know how much it affects his free agency. But if he can't – like the reason he was going to get – listen, if he could only hit the rest of his career, he's still one of the 10 best hitters, if not the best hitter in baseball, certainly top 10. But his value – is at an all-time level because he's great at both. Yeah. So if he can't pitch next year, that's going to affect his value. But still, he's still going to get over $400 million, if not over $500 million. I thought he might get 6 or more. Now I don't think he gets 6, but he'll still get 5 probably.
No. So before you go, G, because I know Anthony wants to bring this up, so I'm just going to bring this right into the conversation. Yeah. Anthony was like, I need clicks to prove I could do this. What can get clicks? So I'm going to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Now that he can't pitch, is he affordable to the Cleveland Guardians?
No.
Oh, no. He's
still Kool-Aid.
And what do you mean he can't pitch? He might only be able to not pitch 1 year. It doesn't mean he can't pitch the rest of his career.
I'm just doing what a good panelist should do for his producer.
He just turned 29 last month.
Yeah, he's not old. He's got 10 more years, at least.
Now, like this, no, he's not affordable. Nothing like.
Even if it came out that he could never pitch again the rest of his career, he'd still get over $300 million just for his hitting.
Oh, I know. I was just asking the question. You're right.
Now, could they now with the Angels trade deadline is over, right?
Yeah, you can't be traded. Oh. He's gonna be a free agent.
Oh.
The Angels fumbled the bag on this so bad.
I am not going to criticize the Angels. They tried to win.
No. And here's the thing.
I'm never going to rip a team for that.
No.
Yeah.
They fumbled the bag before this last 2-month stretch where they went all in. Because they had, for the last 4 or 5 years, when he joined the Angels, 2018?
I can't remember the exact.
So I think either 19 or 18. So I think 5 years. They've had arguably the 2 best players in baseball over that stretch.
Yeah.
And have 0 playoff appearances.
Yeah.
0.
Well, Mike Trout's only been in the playoffs once.
And he's been the best player in baseball for the last decade in totality.
Yeah.
The way, and I'm all for, like, I agree with them going all in. In hindsight, it was a terrible move. They should have sold Ohtani, recouped all the assets.
Right.
I think they trade Trout now. I think they're trading Trout.
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah, at this point he's overpaid.
Why is it that we haven't got to the point where, Trout is the guy that they're looking to get up off of?
They had Ohtani,
There's not
so
that
they
many
couldn't.
teams that could take his contract,
and he makes so much money.
And he's getting hurt now every year. So that contract's going to end up being a disaster. I've been very critical of the Guardians this year, more than I have in years past. And we get mad when they don't sign players long term. But the reality is that the majority of those super huge contracts turn out to be bad.
The first
Cabrera, terrible.
You can go on and on. Pujols,
all of them. The first 7 years you pay for it, and the last 3 years is just.
You're lucky if you get good 7 years from some of these guys.
But the A-Rod when the first one worked.
The first one worked, yes.
Just the first one, not
But most of those big contracts are disasters.
So real quick, because I know we got James in 1 sec. Let's just play.
We got James now?
Yeah. We'll wrap this up with this question. Give me the prediction right now. Where does Ohtani sign, and for how much money?
I think Ohtani goes to the Mariners for $500 million.
Dodgers for $550.
San Francisco Giants for $475.
Nah, they always fall short.